What's up, everybody? Daniel Kaiser here at E3 2010, inviting you to buckle up with me and Martin as we take a look at Driver San Francisco. Thanks for joining us, Martin. We appreciate it very much. First and foremost, tell us a little bit about this game and what we're going to be taking a look at here in a second.
Well, Driver San Francisco is very much back to the roots for us of the original Driver game, Driver 1 back in '99. The whole essence of the game is the Hollywood car chase experience brought to the video games. So we've very much gone back to the core of that, the roots of what made that original game so much of a unique experience.
Excellent. And why San Francisco?
Well, San Francisco for two reasons. First of all, the most iconic car chase city of all time, obviously made famous for that with Bullitt. And also because the topography and the general layout of the driving styles within that city make it one of the most diverse driving cities in the US. So it gives us a lot to work with from the player's point of view.
Sounds convincing to me. Let's take a look at it in action right now. So walk us through a little bit about what we're seeing.
Yeah, we're seeing here, as I said, we're back to the roots here. So San Francisco, most iconic car chase city of all time. And the game has always been about the Hollywood car chase, so we're going to get straight into the action here. Tanner here and his car chasing after Jericho, one of the two characters that we brought back from the original game. What we've done is we've brought back some of the key moments that we had in the original game. So you can see now we're going down into the classic alleyways, stacked full of garbage, plenty of stuff to smash through, burst back out onto the streets. A real intensity of the Hollywood style car chase. And we've worked really hard on the handling of the game to bring back that Driver 1 feeling. You see Tanner sliding the car and get the back end of the car right out, that classic 70s Hollywood car chase feeling. And for the first time actually we've also got licensed cars. You can see here we've got real licensed cars, over 100 of them. We're using the in-car view here. It's a view used in lots of the 70s car chase movies like Bullitt and French Connection and so on, really placing the driver in the action. If anyone's into their cars, this is Tanner's car here, a 1970 Dodge Challenger RT.
Excellent.
He gets taken out by a bus there.
Obviously, we're seeing the environment play a critical component here in the gameplay. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've got the hills of San Francisco, and oh, now that's
I ducked.
He crashed there. That's the end of his chase. Now, what you're seeing here, something very important I want to show here, is a new feature, innovative and game-changing feature called Shift. And to put it in context, Tanner, early on in the game, he has involved in a serious incident that puts him into a coma, and he doesn't realize he's in a coma. He thinks he's had a lucky escape, and he's gained this amazing ability to be able to hover over the city like this and to identify cars, and more importantly than that, it allows him to instantaneously and seamlessly shift into any vehicle he chooses. You can see that here. So now we're driving this car here, and we can shift out of that car into another vehicle, and this is very important in the missions later on. We can have a bit of fun with it, so we can do things like changing direction, so shift out of a vehicle into another vehicle to immediately change direction. We can crash into set up crashes. Important to note, this is not an unlimited ability. It has to be earned, and it upgrades like this. We can now see more of the city as we upgrade, more of the cars, select them from up here, and ultimately it upgrades to the point where we can see the whole of the city in its entirety. So we've got all 208 miles of road that you can drive, and this is where we show how much of the diversity there is. And there's lives in this city. It's not just an empty city. It's full of interesting life, interesting characters, and Shift is your key to accessing all of this.
That's a really ambitious idea. Tell us a little bit about how that came about.
It came about, well, from a mechanics point of view, from the idea of Google Earth Live, the idea of being able to pick any individual car in the world as it's driving around. And the coma was something that we worked very hard on. It's important in the story. It really plays out an important way through the story. So you learn about whether Tanner can, for example, does he come out of the coma? How does he come out of the coma? What happens in real life that affects what's going on? You're seeing here a new ability. It's upgraded to introduce this thing called rapid shift. So if the player gets a little bit out of shape or crashes or whatever, shift allows you to very much stay in the action. So keeping nice and close to that Mustang that we're chasing here. And again, it's not unlimited. It has to charge this ability to use it. So he gets out of shape there, shift straight into the closest cop again.
So the action never stops?
No, you can stay in the action. In fact, it's also more flexible than that. We can use it as a tool for trying to end missions or complete missions. So we go into shift. We can have a look around, see what other vehicles are in the world, and we treat the vehicles like tools. So if I want to end this chase, I'm able to have a look around in the world, see if there's anything that I can see that might be useful. So up in the north here, we've got a big 18-wheeler rig, so we shift into that, and we're going to try and head on the guy in one go. go, and that's what the Shift is all about. It's all about using the traffic as tools, but it's entirely optional. If you want to play like Driver 1 and just be in the car and enjoy that driving experience, then you're able to do that too.
It looks pretty intense. Where is the game at in development right now, and do you have a target release date?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long development. We've been around 4 years in development because all the tech involved in the game is proprietary. We don't take any of the off-the-shelf tools. This is all built from the ground up, and we are releasing this Christmas on PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, PC, and Mac. And also there's a Wii game as well, which is a different story, but a Wii all simultaneous release.
And are there plans for a demo for people to get their hands on it before it releases?
I'm sure there'll be a demo. We've got our heads really stuck in trying to finish the main game at the moment, but I'm sure there'll be a demo.
Well, you'll be in the driver's seat sooner rather than later, it sounds like. Thanks so much for your time, Martin. For more on Driver San Francisco, head over to GameTrailers.com.